Yeah. We are back. This shit's podcast, so we're either shooting shit, starting some shit,
picking up where the shit left off. Yeah.
I'm your boy Monsoon's the coolest cat you heard thus far.
And I'm Bubba Ball, one of the dreads you will not catch at the mall unless it's a motherfucking goddamn outlet mall where the deals live, baby.
Hey yo, to this very special guest to the podcast this week. Yo, my man got a very melodic voice, man. Ain't gonna hit y'all with some of his tunes, man. He gonna pick his brain. He gonna let y'all know how he thinking. Y'all make some noise for the one and only Chris K.
Shout outs, love to be here.
Yeah. Yo, before we go any further, I gotta get some shouts out to some people that's very important, you know what I'm saying, doing big shit. Yo, shout outs to my Radio Chicago on the Support District Radio Network. Y'all can catch us on that every Thursday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. playing all that dope ass shit. Play everything. And then also check out the Chicago Clubhouse Network. They got a lot of dope podcasts on there, sports podcasts. That's dope podcasts. We on there, so it's a lot of informative shit, a lot of entertaining podcasts. So y'all make sure y'all check out. I know, right? And then y'all make sure y'all check out the website www.theshitspodcast.com and independent artists send those MP3s in to dopemusicsHits@gmail.com. Yeah. So with that being said, Chris K.
Pleasure to
we
meet
like
you
to do
guys.
a check-in, man. We like to do a check-in with our guests on the podcast. So since you are the guest, how was your week, bro?
My week was something else, man. We just came off of our first tour.
Okay.
It took us a real long time.
Where was you at?
Oh shit! It was honestly more of like a mini Midwest tour. We went around the lake, like around Chicago, Gary, up through Milwaukee, up to the UP, back around, out west a little bit to Denver, Colorado Springs, and yeah, here we are back. I've been on the road for the last month, and I'm fucking tired.
That's dope as shit. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank y'all for having me, and yo, like I appreciate you. Like my bad on being late on that. You just can't miss the traffic with a drive like that.
They don't know you late. Bubba Ball, how was your week, bro?
Man, we been good, man. I can't complain, man. Got to spend time with the shorties, man. My daughter running downstate, so you know she finna do her thing, and hopefully you know bring the track trophy back home.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
positive vibes going out to her, man.
You know, let her go down there and do her thing. So you know, it's fun just watching them grow up, man, and you know make the right choices in life. That's all it's about. We get chances and choices. So you know, man.
You always say that. I find you saying that more and more, chances and choices.
Real shit, bro. Like that's all we got. It's chances and choices. So we got to take the best of it. So yeah, I just enjoy, you know, watching the kids do their thing. Yeah. And shit, everything was smooth this week. I can't complain, bro.
For sure.
How about you? How you checking?
I'm good, man. I just dropped my baby off for her first slumber party, man. So it was, man. You know, I'm like,
was she ready? Was she excited?
Bro,
she was super excited.
She got an overnight bag, all type of shit. She said, Dad, this is my first hotel. She said, oh, my second hotel. I said, better be your first. This is my first hotel. But she was happy, man. Like it was good to see her, man. That excited. She had a little overnight bag and little friends and stuff. So you know, but she's 7.
Oh, that's a
so I'm gonna be calling. Yeah. As soon as I leave here, I'm gonna be on that FaceTime. What you doing? You know what I'm saying?
And don't be mad if she don't answer you back, because that's gonna be funny when she call you back and be talking this shit in the background and looking down and talking this shit in the background.
Yeah.
That's when I knew, like, my daughter has gotten, you know, she like 10 and shit now, so I knew, I'm like, it's pretty much over with now, because she got this fucking phone. She called me and asked me a question and say, okay, Dad, I love you. Hang up.
Real quick. So, dude, when I dropped off, man, we was about to go up on the elevator, and so it was a family on the elevator. So it opened up, and this little kid got off, right? Mm-hmm. So he get off the elevator. So I hear the father saying to him, like, he called him, they said his name was Billy. He like, Billy. So the little motherfucker just staring. He like staring off in the wind and shit. So the father's like, Billy. So I told my daughter, I said, hey, move back. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's going on with Shorty. So the little kid finally answered. He said, well, what are you doing? He said, this is not our floor. We're not getting off here. So the kid said, yeah, I just seen something over there. I wanted to go check it out. So the dad was like, so you gonna stay on this floor, right? So he said, yeah. So the elevator closed, and the little kid walked off. And I told my daughter, I said, stay away from him. I mean, I was serious. I said, stay away from him. So she said, Dad, that's racist. I said, no, I'm not saying it. I wasn't saying it because he was white. I was like, did you see how
Billy was white?
He was white. It was like, I was like, did you see how like unfocused and distracted you. I said, man, stay away from him. Anyway, but before we get into this interview with Chris K, I do want to talk about this because I saw the shit on the news, and I thought it was so fucking interesting because people have made such a huge deal about the fucking vaccine and the mandate, and I just seen that Kyrie Irving is cleared to play for the motherfucking Nets.
Finally.
For the Nets. So let me ask, I mean, even though I'm very happy that dude stood his ground, and you know what I'm saying, my question is, so it ain't that important no more? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what it is not fucking working. So like, I mean, I don't think
even that it's not working. It's the fact that other players are allowed to come in from other states and teams and play that aren't vaccinated.
Yeah.
I think it went deeper than that. From what I hear,
he was able to play in other cities and states, but just not New York. So other teams were allowed to come in, and everybody wasn't. You understand what I'm saying?
But what I heard was, and I got to do the full research on it. It has something to do with the Mets. It has something to do with the Mets and the Yankees. So since the Mets and the Yankees were saying they wasn't enforcing the shit, then it was like, nah, he got the green light. But my question is this: if all this shit started out and you was telling people who wasn't vaccinated how irresponsible they was,
yeah, of course,
and all types of shit, and how you wasn't helping people to save lives, what the fuck is the difference now?
It's a double standard, really.
Yeah, that's all it was.
People only care about it if it benefits them, like immediately.
And not to mention that motherfucking Brooklyn is in the eighth spot, and they want to try to move the fuck up. You know, come on, man. Like
now, you want Kyrie to come back in.
Now he can play at home.
Now he can play at home.
You know what I'm saying?
Clearly out of fucking playoff contention.
Well, I mean, they in there, but I mean,
bro,
they can fall out of it.
He just scored like 40 some odd points. KD just scored close to 40 points. Together they had almost 90 points, and they still lost to Memphis, and Ja Morant wasn't there.
Really?
Yes, nigga. Recently, like it's over for them. Kyrie,
no, they got the eighth. They got their spot, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you. Listen to me. I hope they able to continue and get some well needed wins, because right now in the state that they are, look, Harden just went down. Harden is hurt again.
But Harden playing with the Sixers though. So
that's what I'm saying. So you gotta think, like, everybody is looking at these teams that get these small minor additions, right? And they think that, oh, Philly's automatically gonna be it ain't no guarantee. Ain't no guarantee LA gonna be in there.
I don't think LA gonna be in anyway.
It's a new game in the NBA. You understand what I'm saying? But it's even more fucked up when the owners and shit say, no, you can't play in my stadium unless you have a fucking vaccination.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on. Let the man take the test every fucking day, or when he come on and off the court, or whatever you make him do.
I agree with that.
You feel what I'm saying? But don't deny him the fucking right to play, and then fine him, and then say, okay, today's the day you can go back out and play. Well, what about all them other days? Now I should be getting my money from them other fucking days then. If you go let me play and I still don't have to be vaccinated.
That's how I feel.
This is low-key why I usually avoid this conversation and stay out of it, because there's so much heated bullshit that goes on around it.
But if you just look at it from a reality standpoint, right? They say you have rights. They say you have rights as a human, as a person, as a player. So when I choose to use those rights, and I'm in the players union,
of course,
right? So I got people behind me saying, well, he don't have to do it if he doesn't want to. This is all a self, choice thing. That's why LeBron didn't come out and never openly say that he was vaccinated when they was trying to force him to make that big statement, and hopefully everybody followed him. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what I feel at this point? I feel like no matter what they end up doing, and no matter what they end up mandating, we're not going to be satisfied with the shit. Because let's assume that they're like, all right, no, we no longer need vaccinations to do that.
Bro, the Bulls losing.
People are going to be like, oh, we're pissed off because the last 2 years we just had to go through all this shit. But if they say, oh, it's mandated now, you have to get vaccinated, then we'll still be unsatisfied and be like, oh, well,
that's a good point.
So I just stay out of it usually, because at this point, really, there's no right answer, and I'd be fucking stupid to act like I know the answers to like the world's problems, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't think nobody's been looking for the right answer. It's just your opinion. Hey, yo, we're going to take a break real quick, and we coming right back with this interview with my man Chris K. Hey, yo, shout out to all the motherfuckers out there who got the bogus-ass vaccination cards and their job didn't check. It's the S.H.I.T.S podcast, y'all. It's the shit.
It's your boy Gerald Desserts. I fucks with the S.H.I.T.S podcast. It's the S.H.I.T.S.
Yeah. We are back at the S.H.I.T.S podcast, man. We got here with the phenomenal Chris K, man. We about to pick his brain, man. Thanks for stopping through and kicking it with us. Yeah. So my first question to you, man, is this. You know, I always got to ask this question. Where you from,
Yes,
bro?
sir. I'm actually born and raised right here in Chicago.
Okay. What part?
I mean, we moved around a whole lot when I was younger, but the last place that I stayed, I graduated high school out in the suburbs. We stayed a little bit up on the north side, a little bit on the west side, and then the southwest suburbs around like Schaumburg is where I
Okay. Yeah. So how? I guess my question is, how did it feel to go from the west side to Schaumburg?
I mean, to be honest with you, I was so young at the time that realistically, I didn't
matter?
really like. Yeah, it didn't really matter. You know, I had friends wherever the fuck I went. So I'm sorry, man. I cuss on the
No,
podcast?
yeah.
All right, sweet, yeah.
I mean,
I
you're from the west side. You might as well cuss.
We moved around a little bit when I was younger, and then that got me like the itch to continue to like travel and go around and stuff. Because I don't like sitting in the same place. I feel like I become complacent if I do.
Oh yeah. Okay. So well, let me ask you that question then.
What's up?
What's wrong? What is wrong with? I'm not saying that it's something good about it or something bad about it, but what's wrong with being complacent?
What's wrong with being complacent is you stop yourself from growing. I mean, that's, you know, kind of, it just lies in the definition of being complacent, in my opinion. But I mean, I think there's two ways that you can go about life. You can do it either slowly dying or living. And so,
wait, wrong one. Wrong one. That's the one right there. Okay. All right. Okay, dropping gems on
Buddha shit. But yeah, that's what I really dig about that. That's an excellent question. But, I mean, a lot of people honestly end up becoming complacent. I don't think they even realize it until it's too late because you get real comfortable in doing the same thing that you
That's what
always
complacency
do.
is, though, ain't it? Like a comfort zone, a major
Yeah,
comfort
but
zone.
it's a dangerous comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a difference between being comfortable because you achieved what you said you wanted to achieve and now it's time to kick back versus I just don't have any goals so I can never fail because I never achieved, you know?
So so you saying basically if your goal is to be the fucking mayor of the city, and you the mayor of the city, and you feel like shit, I've been the mayor of the city for 30 years. There's nothing wrong with being complacent with that because
just be a good mayor at that point.
Yeah, this is my goal. But it's like I don't want to be complacent just being an alley mechanic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
no shade to alley mechanic.
No shade to alley mechanic. You know what I'm saying? But you know that's that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great way to put it.
So with the music, when did you develop your passion for music?
I love these questions, man. I was thinking about this on the way here.
They get harder.
Oh, shit. I developed my passion for me. You know, that's a complex question, but I could break it down into tiers. I picked up my first guitar when I was 6-7 years old. I fell in love with the idea of just like figuring it out. It was like
left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay.
Okay.
So like I love it because it was like figuring out a puzzle. It was like figuring out a Rubik's Cube, except the main difference there was the end result was always different.
Okay.
It was never just the same. And so I picked up multiple instruments at that point and continued fucking around with it through high school.
Hey, so what all do you play?
I think I play 5 instruments. The guitar, the bass, which, you know, I'll consider a half one. The drums, piano, violin. And then I've been getting a little heavier into like mixing and recording and shit. I would consider all that just one collective instrument.
Yeah.
Because you gotta learn how to work that shit.
So, I mean, that's definitely good to be able to play 5 instruments,
Man,
and be able to record.
Play one fucking instrument good. He just said the piano and the violin.
He said the violin. That's what got me
to play the violin. What got you to say I want to try the violin? Or were you given to it in music classes?
My love for the guitar originally, because I had a friend a long time ago. I ended up at his birthday party when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and he unwrapped this like dope ass like Fender, and I love the way that it looked. I was like, oh, that's some rock star shit.
Yeah, definitely.
And so
not the violin though, but go ahead.
And so when I saw that, I went home to my mom like later that day, and I was like, Mom, I kind of want a guitar. And I don't remember like a lot from this point, but I remember it being like, it felt like the next day, Christmas, I opened up a guitar and it ended up being an acoustic, and I was pretty fucking pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
I was like,
you wanted electric?
Yeah. But needless to say, like
it was like $400. Mom, like, what the fuck's the first one?
He's like acoustic. I'm playing at all coffee shops and shit. Like fuck,
you gotta be getting on your shit.
Yeah. But yeah, like I fell in love with playing that guitar, and then like once I got into like school, like 4th grade and shit, and I realized they had a music program. I was like, oh, I want to play whatever the fuck it is, and you know, violin just kind of spoke to me the most out of everything.
No shit.
Yeah.
The violin.
So, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the hip hop violinist?
No, that sounds so interesting.
It's the white girl, right?
Yeah, she was a little slim girl. I think she was from like
Caucasian.
UK,
I'm sorry, I should say
Britain. I know she wasn't from the United States, and I got to meet her backstage at Kanye's through the wire concert.
You never told me that shit.
What?
Yeah. And she was so dope, bro. She played every song on a fucking violin, and you knew what she was playing because she was that dope. She played DOS effects.
Yo, that's sick,
bro. Like you gotta look up a hip hop violinist, right? And it's gonna inspire you. I guarantee because you play the violin. You see what I'm saying? Like it's crazy because it's only like 4 strings on the violin, right? Mm-hmm. And you gotta hold it under your chin.
Yeah.
And the placement of your fingers is so crazy because you watch this young lady just slide up and down, but she was playing hip hop. Like the audience was singing along. It was fucking violin karaoke, bro.
God damn.
For the break, like she came out in the break, like intermission, and had like 4 songs. Yeah. And bro, Ye was back there like, go ahead, do another one. Yeah. Like do another one, do 2. Like she was nuts, bro.
I remember.
I wish she would have got on. We gotta look her. I gotta look her up.
See if she come on the show. That'd be dope.
She was dope as fuck. But the hip hop violinist, like to me, a violin always spoke more opera, orchestra, right. Symphony, other instruments with it. I've never heard a violinist play solo.
That's what's fucking dope about that, and why I think it hits so hard is because when you blend genres like that and you start using things in unconventional ways, that opens up so many doors that have never been opened before.
So, what's the hardest instrument that you had to learn?
The bass.
The bass?
No, yeah.
The bass guitar?
Piano was the easiest. Piano was the easiest to me because everything's laid out there for you, right? Yeah. Like if you want to learn something on piano, really just stick to the white keys. It's not crazy,
racist.
Right?
That was racist.
Damn, bro, you racist as fuck. You don't want to touch the black keys? Man. He got his ass. That was a good setup, though.
But the bass, man, fuck you.
That was beautiful, man.
But the bass was the toughest for me because I had so many years under my belt of getting like raw as fuck at the guitar. Yeah. Like, my inspirations for guitar come from like Buckethead, fucking Guns N' Roses, Pink Floyd, like really some like shreddy shit.
Okay.
So picking up a bass, it was easy to pick it up and play it physically because it's so similar to the guitar and it has less strings.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's the thing. You have to recognize when you're in the context of a band, for example. I was in a lot of bands and shit. Is you can't play it the same as a guitar because they occupy different roles.
Right.
The bass is meant to be the bridge between the melody and the percussion.
Damn, he's schooling this long.
Yeah.
Real
You can tell I geek out over this shit a lot. I got
a D in my fucking math class in college, man. And my wife was like, you into music. How the fuck you get a D in it? I'm like, because... It's like, damn. Like, relax, man. Like,
shit is hard.
The fuck, you know what I'm saying? But I passed my psychology class, but that's all it was. Anyway.
It's like for the win.
Right, exactly. All right, so you play 5 instruments because we're going to count the
whole studio, basically.
You're going to count that as an instrument. Because that is, because you got to know all that shit, keyboards and all that.
Yeah.
Can you remember the first song you wrote?
Holy shit, y'all asked some good questions.
Hell yeah.
The first song that I like when you say wrote, you mean like with lyrics to it and everything like that?
No, it ain't got to be lyrics. It could be off the top of the dome that you remember.
The first song that I ever wrote and remembered fully was called Beaches.
What was you playing?
Too short. Beaches. On my mind.
Was you playing a certain instrument?
Yeah, I was playing the guitar. And,
acoustic?
No, it was my electric.
Okay.
I still own that electric today. That's my favorite fucking. But
so what was Beaches about?
Beaches was it had no lyrics to it. But when I was a senior, I had met up with some musicians up in my class, and they were rappers.
I thought you were about to say you met up with some beaches.
Yeah. Man, y'all funny as fuck, man. And so like at the time I was like really, really heavy into just like this like psychedelic like Pink Floyd kind of sound with the guitar.
Okay.
And so, I was hanging around all rappers and shit, and they were looking for ways to like spice up the instrumentals. So I was on acid one day, and I just decided to sit down in that studio with them, and I kind of took the wheel. I was like, yo, if y'all just gonna sit here fucking around smoking weed, let me record some shit real quick.
Yeah.
So I ended up, it was like a 3-minute long just guitar loop that I made. It was absolutely beautiful, and then a gorgeous solo on top of it. It was almost as though it, honestly, to add lyrics to it would have kind of degraded the value of the song.
Oh.
Like it was like you could have that conversation. There was tension, there was release, there was argument, there was happy. Like it was a beautiful thing.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love that song. I love that. That was my ringtone for probably about 3 years.
How did it go? Can you kind of like sing the melody?
You got it on the phone? Come on.
I ain't got it on, man. It's been so long. I was 17 when I made that fucking song, and that song helped me find my first love too.
So look, all right, now check this out. Now here we go. We're going in now. We're going in. So you said that. Now, what were you mastering at that time? You had the electric guitar under your belt.
Yeah, the guitar, I think, was my main instrument. You know, as much as
why the guitar? Like, what is it about playing the guitar? Was it like? We get a lot of pussy off playing the guitar.
That's for sure. 'Cause you can't walk into a bonfire with a drum set now. But like,
right.
But I mean, like I said, it was like the first ever instrument that I picked up when I was 6 years old. You know, so it always holds that. And I got known as that kid throughout, like, for the years that was like dope as fuck at guitar. And so I brought it with me everywhere, and I just used it to, you know, display me.
So you was the guy walking around with the guitar hanging backwards on his back.
Yeah, I was that douchebag.
That was you for real?
I was that douchebag at some point.
Hey, yo, we got to take a break real quick. We'll be right back. Hey, yo, shout out to all the motherfuckers out hanging out there at the beaches looking for the beaches. It's the shit podcast. It's the shit. Yeah. That's my man, Chris K. Tell everybody what the name of that joint was, man.
That's an unreleased song that be coming out in a little bit. That's called Whiskey Confessions.
Oh, okay. So is that your drink of choice?
Whiskey, it depends if it's there, but yeah, it's something classy about a glass of whiskey.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say wine, but you said,
you know, I'm sitting here fucking chugging a Four Loko right now.
Yeah, I seen when you brought that in. Like, I didn't want to judge you. I didn't want to judge you.
Why everybody judges Four Loko, man? It gets you.
It's like,
some fat beaches. Some fat beaches.
You definitely gonna get the beaches with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Whiskey Confessions. I wrote that about a week ago, and we got that shit recorded like real fast.
What came behind Whiskey Confessions? How'd that come about?
That's crazy, man. It's the weirdest song that I've ever
sound
made.
like some shit. Like
you about to say some shit.
Whiskey and had a hell of a night.
Yeah, like you about to.
We was
woke up with 2 chicks and a cold sore.
So
this nigga said cold sore.
Big fucking bump on your lip.
Man, what kind of greasy shit you be?
She was fucking right in your face. She was face smashing.
Well, we was up north. We was in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and it's just absolute like beauty up there. It's like it's woods. It's winter like 9 months of the year, and we had just finished up a show, and my manager, producer, and I in North decided we're gonna lock ourselves in for 4 days. We're gonna fucking record. Period.
For 4 days.
4 days straight.
Make sure y'all have food, water, booze, everything.
And
we
beaches.
left only for that. We never left for anything else.
Necessity.
And so I don't know what happened, but like that song, we recorded a whole bunch of shit, but that song spoke to me because you'll notice this a lot in the music. That's a weird song to me because I typically do not get on some emotional shit. I have a lot of songs that I consider throwaways that a lot of people are like, oh, I gotta have that, but like I will never release it because I don't like to make myself vulnerable to music.
Why not?
I see how people use ammunition against motherfuckers.
I mean, it ain't like you said you sucked 3 dicks.
But my prime example.
Sucking dick. No, you didn't say nothing like that, nigga.
My prime example of that though is I remember when Lil Uzi was supposed to drop Eternal to Take right before COVID had hit. Yeah. He made a post on Twitter and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry it hasn't come. My grandma just passed away." And the top fucking comment for those Twitter comments was, "We don't fucking care. Just drop Eternal to Take."
Oh, because them bastards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those absolute bastards.
Here's my take on that though. In my opinion, me as being Lil Uzi, I wouldn't have put that out in the public because I know people are heartless enough and don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And
those are bastards.
You know what I mean? Like people on the internet don't give a fuck.
That's right,
why would you motherfucking put something out there where you were sincere and honest and truthful, knowing that people are gonna judge you no matter what.
Well, it's a fine line to walk that I've found, because a lot of people really, really fuck with my music because a majority of it is turn up.
Okay.
And you know, the dopest part about that is if you want to turn up, you can turn up to my shit. But the problem is that I've been getting a lot of people telling me like, "Hey, can you like drop something a little more relatable to me?"
Yeah.
And
like, motherfucker, I don't know you though. Shit, like that.
What you want me to say? So,
there being the beautiful part to Whiskey Confessions, and why I love that song is because the lyrics on that, it tells a story, and I think that it's vague enough that it applies to everybody, but personal enough to me that it still means something.
Right.
So it was like we struck oil with that song.
Yeah.
It walked a perfect fine line accidentally.
Yeah.
And that's why that song is gonna be coming out.
How is the production coming about on that? My bad.
It's all good.
How did the production come about on that?
So, in a sense, I co-produce everything now. I used to produce everything by myself completely.
Okay.
And I have this, my manager as well as my producer, North. He lives up north, hence his name.
Oh. North Pole.
But he and I have a phenomenal relationship where we will sit down and we will produce every single track together. And I think that's why the music comes out so well, is because he's a prodigy when it comes to that shit. I love to structure songs and I know what I want it to sound like. So with us having this honest back and forth relationship on every track, you feel that synergy. You could tell, even if it's not like groundbreaking music, you could tell this shit was supposed to sound like this.
Yeah.
And it becomes more immersive. And that's what I love about that.
That's dope.
Relationship.
That's dope as shit. Can you remember the first venue that you performed at?
Oh,
Summit. Well, for my career right now, that would be Summit, Illinois.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with that area.
Yeah, I can't remember what the.
They got nice tacos over there.
Yeah.
good tacos.
No
and
bullshit.
a lot of junkyards and
Yeah.
I think the Bigfoot competition they had in Summit one year.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
That's
with the
sick.
monster trucks and shit.
Yeah, I
The
performed.
Bigfoot competition?
Yeah, with the trucks.
Oh, I thought you meant like bitches with big ass feet.
Oh,
like a wet
beaches
t-shirt
with big
contest, but with
It's like, damn, we got a competition for that shit? Long toe having ass bitch. Shit.
points if you don't trim them bitches.
Yeah, man, that's nasty as fuck. Who are some of your musical influence?
It changes month to month, truth be told.
Oh wow.
But the ones that kind of stick around for sure, Jimi Hendrix.
come on with it. That's what I'm talking about.
Always.
That's what I'm talking about. I was about to get to some hard questions. Now, where do you give me your top 5? Cause see, you gave yourself away. You said you like guitar, so we going guitar. Top 5
Guitarist. Ooh.
guitar.
Hitting you.
I'm
Damn.
talking.
Slapping
And
the
now
bass.
look. I'm gonna be fair, cause we getting fucked up, and you on the Four Loko.
Yeah, he got the Four Loko.
So no order.
I ain't seen that shit since I went to Wisconsin.
No
Dells.
no order. You ain't got to go 5 to 1 or 1 to 5. You can just give me the top 5 that you know come to your head.
I'm gonna throw some curveballs. I'm gonna put some people on, and it's gonna get real weird in this bitch.
Okay.
Well, I'll name off the easy ones. Jimi Hendrix for sure. I think he exhibited an incredible amount of emotion in his music, in the same way that Kanye does his shit. The
Okay.
veil between what he wants to convey and what he plays is so fucking thin that you can feel it with no words. So Jimi Hendrix, I think Buckethead is phenomenal, based off of his work ethic. Buckethead is, I don't know his actual name. I think it's Brian something, but he was.
I know a chick named
what group?
Buckethead. I know a chick named Buckethead, but that's all that story.
What
He
group?
was with Guns N' Roses for a
Guns
couple
N'
years.
okay,
For a couple
okay.
years, but Buckethead is a solo artist, and what amazed me about him was not only his technical ability on guitar, but he has these things called pikes. They're basically albums where they're all instrumental guitars, and he puts out one per fucking week. Imagine putting out an album per fucking week.
That's all guitar solos.
All guitar. But this dude does it. He's got, I think, like 400 now.
Damn.
And it's incredible because imagine mixing and mastering all that shit on your own, putting out an album of fucking. You literally have enough time to go in, record, do the shit, go to sleep, and then redo the shit again. Every week. And that work ethic was incredible to me.
Damn.
I gotta say,
Now we on
I don't
3.
know the name for the Led Zeppelin guitarist, but
Shit. Damn.
Jimmy Page maybe.
Is it Jimmy
It's gotta be
Page?
Jimmy Page, right?
It might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, you know.
Yeah. That guy was fucking
Jimmy?
insane. I love that dude. I love that dude. Fuck man, because now I'm about to hit 6. But let me move on. There's this really really unknown guy, not even unknown. This math rocker named Tosin Abasi, this dude pioneered a way of creating, like, of moving the bass and the guitar into the same instrument. He's got his own 8-string guitar, and what he does is he plays the slap bass while playing the lead guitar at the same time, and his band and vocals leader. Oh my god, it's fucking amazing. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Yeah. And that inspired me to play like a little more slap guitar. And then I'm gonna say the lead guitarist for, well, both the guitarists for Metallica. I think they do a really, really nice job. Chris something, and then I'm really drunk right now, and then James something.
I thought you were about to say Flea. Hey, yo, shout out to all the motherfuckers out there that's drinking on Four Loko, and no, it's just this motherfucker right here. Hey, yo, it's the Shit Podcast, right? It's the Shit. Yeah. That's my man Chris K with that motherfucking record right there. Tell the people the name of the record is, bro.
The name of that record is Jimmy Vibes.
Jimmy Vibes. Okay, so let me ask you this. So I know you said something earlier. You speaking earlier about Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
What kind of vibes do you get? What kind of vibes do you get when you listen to Jimi Hendrix music?
The go fuck yourself vibes.
Oh, I'm like, okay. so why did you get that?
I get that because I said this in an interview a while back, and I really love the way that I was able to communicate this. What inspired me about Jimi Hendrix so much was not as much the sonic influence, not so much the music, despite that being amazing.
Okay.
It was the personality that he was able to convey with. They always said Jimi Hendrix was a very, very timid guy until he got on that stage and became a fucking monster.
Yeah.
And that's what I try my absolute best to embody when I do any kind of live performances. But in
Transform.
addition, it was the way that he was able to not give a fuck about blending in a period of time that was so full of oppression and so full of tension, and basically say, go fuck yourself, I'm going to stand up for what I believe in.
That's
and if
really
y'all
dope.
rocking with me, rock with me.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that. I love that.
That's pretty damn dope. That's pretty damn dope. What instrument that you don't know how to play right now
That you want to learn.
that you want to learn how
Oh,
to
you're
play?
asking the best questions, man. Oh, shit.
I thought something fell.
Right, it sounded like some
Nah,
shit.
he was on beat, too. The fuck?
Oh, God.
Like, I want to say there's two instruments. They're very, very weird instruments, but they're both Eastern instruments. The Hong drum.
Oh, that's what they call me.
Yeah.
Hey, I walk in the room, they like, that guy hangs dog.
My bad.
I'm hanging dog around this
It's too
bitch.
early for that shit, y'all. I said, oh my God, keep on. Go ahead, my bad.
Shit. Oh, fucking beautiful. Good shit, man. Kudos to that.
Hanging dog.
That's an Eastern instrument. It's a steel drum that you play in your lap, and it's got
Okay.
this beautiful resonating tone to it. And then the other one being the Kyoto, which is
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of that. I've heard
It's
of that.
Japanese?
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
The main instrument in Whiskey Confessions is a Kyoto. That's
Okay.
why I just love that fucking vibe, man.
Damn.
Hey, I guarantee if you say that name at least 3 more times, somebody gonna name their kid that. I guarantee.
Yeah, that's a dope ass name.
Yeah, see-
Kyoto! Go do the dishes.
I was like, what, Whiskey Confessions?
Who stole that car? Kyoto. Kyoto stole the motherfucking car. Shit. But
Your ass little draft.
The Eastern instruments, I like them so much because they fit into things in such a weird and unconventional way. I love to push the boundary for that kind of shit.
yeah.
Like, could you imagine if like that's what Whiskey Confession was? Could you imagine if you incorporated Japanese in hip hop?
Didn't you do that with Jen? Oh shit. I'm sorry. When did you, wasn't he Japanese? I'm sorry.
The rapper or whatever.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm not trying. Fuck it.
No, you good.
He was. He was Japanese. No, Jen was Japanese, bro.
Yeah, Jen.
Yeah, Jen was Japanese. But go ahead, though. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think it would be very interesting. And I think that, I mean, now that you say it, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of international hip hop, you know what I'm saying, that we probably just don't hear. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Another hard question.
Okay.
If you had to teach, which is not hard, right? If you had to teach an instrument for the rest of your life, what instrument would it be?
Drums, because I feel like that'd be easy as fuck.
Yes.
It'd be so fucking easy.
Drums is badass, bro. Drums
What
is
set?
badass.
What set would you start everybody off on?
What set?
4-piece, 6-piece set,
That's a good question too, to be honest with you, because
you don't want to complicate them.
Yeah, I would probably. I mean, honestly, no, because I'm a firm believer that you look down the line and you commit to something. So, to give a brief example of that, when I built my studio, I bought equipment that I was not going to need for fucking years, but I was like, fuck it, 3 years down the line, when I need this shit, I don't want to have to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's smart.
Yeah, it keeps like a little bit of like, it puts a little conviction into you, and it kind of, you know, instills some responsibility in you to keep going.
Okay.
So I would probably start them out on a little more of a complex drum set, maybe like an 8-piece, to be honest.
Okay.
With you. And then we would just use what we need as we go.
Okay.
And then we learn how to incorporate other cymbals. We learn how to incorporate the toms.
Right. There you go. Makes sense.
So what motivates Chris K?
I'm constantly in competition with myself.
Ah, okay.
I love music. It's a passion. I think a lot of people have been telling me over these last few months that like, yo, you need to slow down. You're working too hard. You're doing this. You're doing that. And I don't listen to it at all. I register it. I register it,
Yeah.
but I don't listen to it because this last year, I started making music just this last year. And the amount of things that have happened have been amazing. And I think that it's not due to the fact that there's any raw talent there, but the fact that there's a work ethic there and a willingness to continue going no matter what kind of punches roll with you.
Right.
So I do not like putting out a song if I feel like it's a step backward. And that's kind of why I think two things. Number one, I think that's why we don't release like week to week, because I would never consider myself a rapper. And I notice a lot of people are now starting to pull that title with me as well. Like I got introduced in Athens, Ohio several weeks back. And this dude was like, this guy's not a rapper. He's not a singer. He's a pure fucking artist. He's got his sound locked in. And I was like, I know this nigga ain't talking about me.
Right.
But
He's looking behind him. He's like, what are you talking about? It's about Kyoto.
yeah, so I'm constantly in competition with myself, and I think that's what continues to motivate me. It's the fact that I never want to put out anything that sounds the same, and I don't want to put out anything that feels like I'm taking a step backward. And I think the second reason that people have been so excited about that is because they're like, why does this kid keep getting better?
Yeah.
You know. And
So what do you want to be introduced as?
Kyoto.
Oh, crack.
You're stuck on this.
My shit is hard, yo. What would you like? Cause see, me myself, I wouldn't want to be in a box. Cause you can rap, right? You can sing.
Thank you.
So what would you like to be introduced to a crowd that maybe doesn't know you? This might be your first time. You know what I mean, on the stage. What would you like us to introduce you as? You see what I'm saying?
The truth is,
see,
I don't have an answer to that.
I knew it, because you can't fucking put yourself in a circle or a fucking box.
Well, yeah, because what it is a lot.
You're
of artists,
not one of them.
A lot of artists like that shit though. What they like is they like to say like, "Oh, I'm not this and I'm not that."
I'm not a rapper.
But the truth is, like, you got like 75 rap songs and 2 songs that are alternative.
Right. Thank you.
So what
the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, what I say usually, you have to take a step back from certain things and separate your ego from the art. So what I allow everybody else to decide what the fuck I am.
Okay.
And if people want to listen to on that one. Well, like if people want to listen to my shit and call it rap, that's fine. Call it rap. But all you need to know is that I'm gonna put out shit that sounds like Chris K and only Chris K.
Yep.
Originality.
There we go. Good shit. Very good shit. So you spoke earlier. You said that you buy equipment that you feel like you wouldn't use like 3 years down the line, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. What do you see yourself in 3 years?
Another hard question.
Lollapalooza.
Ah.
Lalo, Chicago Lala, yeah.
On tour with people. Well, this is like...
You know where I see you? With Tyler, the fucking Creator.
I love that motherfucker.
I know. I already know
that
you
nigga
do.
is the realest.
You got vans and shit. Hey, y'all get together, bro, and you will blow the fuck up.
But that's amazing that you put that out there, man, because I love that type of culture. I didn't start out with hip hop. There's a lot of punk rock influence in there. Like, what were the fucking guitarists that I named? I named fucking Metallica. I named Guns N' Roses. Like
Jimi Hendrix.
I love
Jimi
a lot.
Hendrix.
Like
Jimmy Page.
I have an appreciation for music, and
that's all you need.
That's it. It's based off of what I want to do and what I think is cool, and I hope y'all think it's cool too.
For sure.
We coming right back, man, with Chris K.
Hey, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back with Chris K, y'all. Hey, yo,
Keep some
shout out.
toilet paper, because it's the shit.
It's the shit. Yeah. That's my man Chris K, man. Tell the people what the name of that joint was, bro.
That song is Luna. It just dropped a few weeks ago. It's a beautiful song about taking you to the moon.
So you now how
you gonna take us to the moon, bro?
You in the car and you playing that song. You know you looking over at her and shit. She turned up, whatever. You like, yeah, I'm finna tear that ass. That's what I'm thinking. Taking her to the moon because it's one of the vibes that she can feel. You can just sit there and be cool with.
Yeah,
you know, you can turn up mildly. She gonna turn up like, hey,
right.
Y'all just left the club.
I like
you know.
that you
Hit it with the honey pack.
I love that y'all feel that,
Man,
bro. I love
The
that y'all
honey
feel that.
pack is definitely in effect. I done already took the honey pack before we hit the club. So I'm 3-4 hours in on the honey pack. I'm just waiting.
So what was the mindset behind that joint right there?
Y'all are on point. The
Appreciate
whole
it.
time when I was making that song, the vision that I had in my head was in my drop top, and we was just riding down the highway, and you know there's a bar in there where I say I'll take you up to the north and make you see the light.
Okay.
And you know when I used to live up north in the Upper Peninsula in Marquette, where it's nothing but woods for hundreds of miles around, you can actually see the stars in the northern lights and shit.
Okay.
I just imagine having a woman nearby where we can ride around and turn up at 3 o'clock in the morning like we really shouldn't be, and just enjoy the ambiance of it all. And
That's really romantic, man.
Well,
At 3 o'clock in the morning, let me go ahead.
Well, it is in a sense because Luna is a song in short terms about a woman that can never love you as much as she falls in love with experiences and material possessions.
Hold on, bro. Slow down, bro. Say that shit again, man.
70% of women. You just talked about 70%.
Trying to get
Lunar. That's a song for the fellas, y'all. Hey, grab Luna.
Say that shit again, bro. Say that shit again.
Luna is a song about a woman that can never love you as much as she loves material possessions and experiences. So the term "take me to the moon" is essentially saying that you could take her to the moon and back, and she'll still want more.
Yeah. She'll never be satisfied.
And it's beautiful. Like the lyrics, man, like make the world look bright when I pull out my credit card. I look like I just dropped like 20 large. She don't love me, but she love designer shoes and cars.
Wow.
Drop that top just so that girl could look up at the stars. Take me to the moon. It's a beautiful.
Give me that head, baby. Give me that top. I just dropped that bag on you.
What a lot of women have been loving that song mainly because it's not your typical raunchy song about sex. It's about everything around sex.
Right.
You know?
And it can
He just
lead up
kissed
to
around it.
sex.
That's what they say. He just kissed
You
around
just trying
it.
to take her to the moon so she can give you the best time of your life. You're capable of doing that shit. You feel me? So boom, it ain't tricking if you got it ass on. You know what I mean? Like get ready, baby. I'm finna get your ass together.
I'll tell you, one of the dumbest and the best purchases I've ever made was getting the drop top Mustang.
Yeah.
Man, the insurance song,
Yeah,
bitch,
it was
but
high.
don't get me wrong, but like the fucking
amenities.
experiences that come with it, it's like fucking, it's euphoric.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
definitely. Unless you got a wig on.
A lot of free dates. A lot of free dates.
Where you come up with this shit, bro?
Motherfuckers got caps on like weird.
You lost every fucking cap, bro.
Why you got your headphones on, girl? You know, hey, I just listen to my music. You know, I just made some new shit. You like, yeah, I'm finna take you to the moon, bitch. Drop this top. She like, ooh.
I got a really nice compliment on that song when I performed out in Denver. I was with Bone Thugs, 3-6 Mafia, and Gorilla Zoe. Excuse me, no disrespect.
Get the
Gorilla
fuck
Zoe.
out of here.
And
Really?
You was with them all three legends, man.
I know, right? I was so humbled to meet them. But the compliment that I got from one of the fans out there after that song played on stage, because I unveiled it on stage, was that "Take Me to the Moon" part. He said it captivates the mind, and that's a beautiful description of that part.
Yeah.
I like to put those little pieces in songs where, like, you know, the songs are really dope all the way through, but there's just that one part that's ear candy that just makes you want to like fly. You know, makes you feel like you're floating.
That's beautiful that you putting that in songs, because you know what, you have songs with purpose. You know what I mean?
Can you break that? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, when I say that, I say that the fact that you said that you want people to feel like they want to fly, and
Right.
you're singing.
You have content.
Actually
you
have
have subject matter.
a reaction purpose behind it. You know what I mean? That
Right.
you want people to feel a certain way. You want them to have a reactionary purpose
Yeah.
behind your music. And that's beautiful that you put that in because you know what that takes? It takes time, patience, and a lot of fucking effort.
My nigga, you said it. That shit.
Come on, man.
Hold on, I got you.
Come
I got you.
Thank you.
Real shit. There you go. I'm on top of that shit. I'm on top of that shit. Okay, cool, man. We're gonna get into some other shit right quick. We're gonna get into this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the game portion of the show,
Lightning
man.
oh shit.
The name of this, the name of the game is called First of All, man. It's real easy.
God damn it.
It's real fucking easy to do, man.
Don't worry. You can have it.
Hey, like we tell y'all, it's only heard on the S.H.I.T.S podcast. So if you hear somebody else doing it, slap their ass. And it's real easy to do. All right, y'all. So look, you basically just give us the first thing that come to your mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? There are no wrong answers.
Ain't no wrong answer.
You know what I'm saying? Not like talk to the police.
Shit,
But
I'm gonna get in trouble.
No,
You ain't gonna
you
get
good.
interrogated or nothing.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Will you fuck right?
All
No.
Quick, you fuck. Hold on.
You getting
My
ignorant.
bad.
All right,
Go
you
ahead.
ready?
You getting
All
ignorant
right,
over there.
here we go.
What's up?
Quickest way to get hired.
Lie.
Quickest way to get musty.
Workout.
Quickest way to steal from Target.
Backpack.
Quickest way to get in shape.
Stop making excuses.
Damn, good one. Quickest way to get robbed.
Leave your car unlocked.
Quickest way to get evicted.
Don't pay your rent, bro.
Quickest way to get famous.
Ain't no way.
Damn. Oh. Quickest way to get blocked on Facebook.
Say some real shit.
Speak your mind.
That is, y'all. That is, y'all. Hey, yo.
Real shit.
Shout out to my man, Chris K.
That was a real drop.
Bro,
Shout out to my man, Chris K.
you know how much stupid shit came to my mind?
Yo,
You was thinking like, oh, I did
you only hear
I
that.
was thinking like, yo, I can't say that.
No, but you could. You can only hear that on the S.H.I.T.S podcast. If you hear that shit anywhere else, slap the shit out their ass. And we about to file a lawsuit because it's only here. Hey, yeah, we're going to be back and continue this conversation with my man, Chris K, y'all. It's the S.H.I.T.S podcast. It is the shit.
slapping them hoes.
We are back at the S.H.I.T.S podcast, and we are either chilling. We back at the S.H.I.T.S podcast. Y'all see it, motherfucker. Y'all here. Hey, we in here, my man Chris K, y'all. AKA Four Loco King.
Call me the fifth loco, man.
Oh, the fifth loco. There we go, y'all. Hey, yo, we having a nice time tonight, man. Y'all heard
mad
3
under
records.
control,
Y'all
yeah.
heard 3 records from my man Chris K. And them motherfuckers is banging, especially
Yeah.
at Luna joint.
Going crazy.
I love the way he
Luna
broke.
joint? Come
I
on,
love the way he
man.
broke that shit
I know
down
y'all
to
feeling
me.
that Luna
Thank
joint.
you so
Yeah.
And that's on. To me, that's like some West Coast shit. Like when I'm riding some
I get
West
that a
Coast
lot.
I feel that, and I like it because it puts you in a good vibe. You know what I mean? So even if you got it on any coast, it's gonna put you in that West Coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's great that you said that. And once again, that's proof to what you're doing. You put him in the motherfucking West Coast field.
Hell yeah.
You feel what I'm
I get
saying?
that a
So
lot.
hey, man,
Like,
yeah.
it's really interesting when a
That's
lot
good.
of motherfuckers, because like me being from Chicago, it's a little here and there. It's a little like honestly, no, I love my fan base out here, but it's a little tough to get love here and there from like certain sides
Shit,
of Chicago. 'Cause
you know-
There's so much competition.
Shit,
like,
we know.
exactly.
You know-
everybody expects people to be on a certain level
Yeah,
of their
yeah.
artist. And it's like, bro, your artist, it took them 10, 20 years to get to where the fuck
That's
you
right.
at, to where you hold them higher than every other artist that's out.
That's
You
right.
feel
Shout
what I'm
out
saying?
Dirk. That man's got a work ethic. I love that man's work ethic.
Who we talking about again?
Dirk.
Oh yeah,
Lil Durk,
yeah,
shout out.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've been told that quite a bit over this last year. Is that like, oh, your music would blow up on the West Coast?
Now, who's your favorite inspiration from Chicago? Who would you give the highest
Chance the Rapper.
Damn.
and why?
Because I love Chicago. I love everything about Chicago, and I love a lot of the artists out here. You know, Lupe Fiasco was an amazing artist.
Yeah,
Juice WRLD
definitely.
was an amazing artist. Kanye, of course, is a goat.
Right.
But when it comes to Chance the Rapper, he was the embodiment of like you can be from anywhere, and you can preach love, and everybody feels love. Not everybody's from the streets,
Right.
but everybody feels love.
For sure. With that being said, yo, I turn it over to my man Bubba Ball. He about to hit y'all with that underlay for the overplay.
I'm gonna piggyback right off of what Chris K just said.
You talking about doing crisscross?
Well, yeah, I was watching some shit on crisscross too earlier. This was funny. You add, man. You know us Gemini's a motherfucker, man. But I'm gonna pick off with what you just said about love, right? And the craziest thing about love is that love can be displayed from different people, or it can be displayed. I'm gonna say this: love can be displayed from a person that shouldn't be displaying the type of love that they are showing. And that person I'm talking about is Willie Wilson. This man just gave away $1 million in gas. Before that, I talked about last week, he gave away $200,000 of his own money. Not the public's money, not, taxpayers' money. He gave away $1 million of his own money. What type of person gives away $1 million in gas and also pumps it?
He pumped it too?
He was pumping gas. Listen, Willie Wilson helped push a car in the gas station. Now, it wasn't just for a photo op because he was out there doing that shit all day for hours, right? A woman ran out of gas because she was waiting in line.
For gas.
For the free gas, right?
Irony.
He pumped her gas and told her, I'm going to give you $100.
Damn. That's love, bro.
Bro,
quarter tank?
It's love that you have enough consideration in your heart to say, well, gas prices are real high. I always look out for the people. And the scariest part about what Willie Wilson does is that they still won't vote for him.
We won't vote. Nigga, we won't fucking vote for him.
I said they. Because it's the people that choose to vote for him that put him in.
So
they had excuses that I heard, and I had a lot of college-educated friends, and the underlay for the overplay is this, y'all. A lot of you college-educated people are some of the worst fucking people on earth, and I'm going to tell you why.
Preach, nigga.
Not all of y'all, not all of you college-educated people, because I got children in college, right? But some of you college-educated people are some of the worst motherfuckers on earth because y'all have some of the fucking worst moral codes when it comes to making basic decisions.
Bro, I want to hug you right now. That shit.
And what our communities all over the fucking United States is missing is two things: loyalty and love.
Right there.
Right? So the people that are supposed to care about us, that we put in places to help us because they say they care about us, do nothing for us time and time again. We got to stop this shit, or if we put somebody in office, we got to stand on what we say, and we got to go to that motherfucker 50 deep, 60 deep with bricks in hand and tearing some shit. No.
Serious,
it's got to be consequences for you taking my vote and not doing nothing for me, but you're on TV, you're with the mayor, you're getting congratulated for bringing a center in my area that's not going to help me, a high-paying taxpayer that can't keep raccoons and, coyotes and shit from running through my yard because they like running on the bike paths and the railroad.
Why is it always railroads, bro?
Because that's how they travel. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things in the neighborhood that I won't even speak on, but the communities need loyalty and love, and we need the politicians. We need all of the people, not just the artists. The artists, you guys give us the motivation to get up and go to work. You give us the motivation to keep going for our children and things that we've done in life, and we appreciate you guys. But the politicians, we need y'all to step the fuck up or get the fuck out of our way. Because I'm going to tell you something in a minute. We can't allow people to come in our neighborhoods and take over our neighborhoods that's not from our neighborhoods. So you're going to allow a problem if you allow certain shit to happen in these neighborhoods and you're not including the neighborhood. If the neighborhood is steady struggling, how are we going to watch people come in the neighborhood and prosper and they not from the fucking neighborhood? It's an oxymoron when you look like us. It's a real slap in the face when you're the same complexion as some of our children.
Yeah.
You're the same complexion as my son. You're the same complexion as my father. You're the same fucking complexion as my mother. You even look like my mother. You're the same height as my mother, Lori Lightfoot.
Damn.
You're the same height as my mother. 5'1".
Right.
5 foot even. But you don't love me like my mother, Lori Lightfoot. You don't love me like my mother, Tori. Tony Perkwinkle. You don't love me like my mother, whoever. You don't love me like my father. You don't love me like, you know what I mean? You don't even care about me enough to say that at least if I pay my taxes, you're gonna clean my fucking street. I got to ride down the expressway that's called the Dan fucking Ryan. That's called the damn fucking Ryan, because every time you ride on it, you don't know if you're going to be like, damn, this car almost hit me. Damn, this motherfucker just sideswiped me. Damn, the truck almost ran me off the road. It's the damn Ryan. It's not the Dan Ryan. It might be the goddamn Ryan tomorrow because it's Saturday. You never know what you're going to get on our expressway.
That's right.
So the moral of the story is, love the people that are loyal to you.
She said, take me to the moon, take me to the moon.